Esau, who is Edom, and these are their dukes.
All right, so Amalek is Esau, man. That was the point of bringing all that out. So going back to what the brother Tazwan precept, go ahead and get back.
Back in the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, as we just read in Malachi 1 and 4. All right, and Esau is known as the border of wickedness, man. And everywhere they have went, wickedness has pursued them, man. You go into the book of First Maccabees, it tells you after Alexander the Great died and his 4 generals took over. All right, wickedness multiplied in the earth, man. And like I said, we got the scholarship on that as well, that the Romans and the Greeks both were Edomites, man. All right, Idumeans, man. So you can't get around that, man. So knowing that, how can you put that label on those Palestinians, knowing goddamn well that they don't fit that prophecy, man? You know, they're not Amalek, man. You fake imposter over there. You are Amalek, man.
That's right.
Run.
Continuing on.
Yeah, in precept.
God.
Deuteronomy 33, last verse.
I got it. Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 29. Happy art thou, O Israel. Who is like unto thee, O people, saved by the Lord Yahweh? The shield of thy hope, and who is the sword of thy excellency? And thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee.
That's it, man. Thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, man. All right? These Edomites trying to run from the identity as brothers been going into. You can't hide, can't run, can't duck and dodge this thing. All right? And you got to accept your fate. They know what's getting ready to happen. All right? The Holy Land, which these frauds occupy, is about to be destroyed, man. All right? Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. Can you get that real quick, too, before we go back? Where it talks about we have been esteemed as counterfeits. All right? Just real quick about the shot.
Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse 15. Wait, I started 14. He was made to reprove our thoughts. All right? And the verse that's speaking is pretty much the mindset of the wicked, which we know, again, are the Edomites.
Saying that they that's talking about is the true Israelites, man.
Right.
The so-called Negro Latino Native Americans. That's why you had that leaked video of that Israeli councilwoman pretty much saying that the biggest threat to the state of Israel, she said it was the black youth. Because like you see a lot of brothers that's out teaching, okay, they're young, all right, young men. The Lord's dealing with, and He's raising up those young lions, all right, as a means to prophesy His downfall, man. Okay.
He is grievous unto us even to behold.
He is grievous unto us even to behold. The sight of us, the fact that we're standing up in great boldness, pursuing the wisdom of Solomon in the 5th chapter.
Right.
It's a terror unto them. All right, Isaiah 19 tells you that, man. That Judah would be a terror unto Egypt, man. That's really going to all the prophets, man, that they see standing up all around the earth, man. This is frightening, man, because here it is. They tried to suppress this information for centuries. They tried to distract and blind us with plantation Christianity, Islam, fucking church, black culture, rap shit. They did everything they could to try to keep away our true heritage and nationality, man.
For his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion.
Right, because we're the true people of the Lord.
That's right.
Right?
If I could add to your point that you made, right? Esau is scared because he sees Jake turn into a better fashion. Right? Isaiah the 62nd chapter. Right? Put on thy garments. Alright? We're putting on those proper garments. Alright? Not these bugged out attire that we were wearing in the world, figuratively speaking. Right. We're putting on that righteousness and casting off wickedness. And Esau knows that whenever Jake starts a trend, it's nothing you can stop.
Yeah, the moment the moment we repented and turned back to the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai started to call upon His name, as He told us in Ruth the 2nd chapter.
Right.
That in the land of our captivities we will remember ourselves.
Right.
That's when all hell broke loose.
That's right.
It was a trend that wasn't going to stop.
Yeah, and that is exposing to show that they're not the people.
Yep.
Because now that blindfold is being taken off the rest of the world. There, people are seeing that those people over there, they're liars and imposters.
Wisdom of Solomon 2:16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
We are esteemed. Can you look up counterfeits, just just for the hell of it? Let's look at that word counterfeits. Right? So we're witnessing the biggest case of identity fraud in world history.
All right. The word counterfeit, according to the etymology, it says to pretend to be, to imitate.
To pretend to be, to imitate. That's why they call themselves Israelis. Right? Go ahead. Yeah, that's it.
That's another word for counterfeiting.
Yeah. That's why they call themselves Ish.
Right.
To be like a J-O-O.
Right.
You know?
So counterfeiter, it means one who imitates or makes a copy of, especially with intent to deceive or defraud.
Yeah, and that's one of the greatest deceptions that Satan has done to the world, to deem themselves as the people of the Lord.
Yeah.
Scripture say, marvel not that Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light, man.
Yeah.
You know, these devils deceived the whole planet Earth, claiming to be the true people of the Lord, and now that's being found out. Now that's being discovered.
Which solidifies the precept that was read earlier in Job 9:24. All right, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked because the devil, all right, which the devil means deceiver, he has fooled you people into believing that he's the chosen people of the Lord when they're not, man. They're Amalekites, all right? Because we always go into the history, man. You are not the true people, man. You are converts, all right? You go back to the Khazars, man, all right, who put on Judaism, which they sneak in their wickedness under that title, man. All right, you don't really believe in the scriptures, so that's why we start out the lesson, go into the article of their hypocrisy of you trying to justify what you're doing over there in that land, all right, by using the Bible, man.
Yeah. That's why Elder Apostle Bar brought it out that Khazar goes back to wandering, which I thought was pretty heavy. They got a play back in the 1920s and 30s called The Wandering Jew, right? And I believe in that story it goes back to how he came from the land of Nod, which I believe Cain came out of that land. So they know they go back to Cain, you know.
And like we said, we brought the article out with the master plan of the Illuminati lifestyle.
Yep.
In that plan, it tells you they know that they're the house of Esau.
Yep.
You know, but they try to put on like they're the house of David, man. All right, so you can't hide, man. Once again,
you can't run, you can't hide. Go ahead. You got any more in there?
Yeah, some more.
Come.
Wisdom of Solomon 2:16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
We are esteemed of him as counterfeits, man. You ain't the people. And the world is finding that out. You can't run from him. Where Esau, and the Lord said he was going to make Esau bear, Jeremiah 49 and 10? And he should be able to, he should no longer be able to hide himself, man. This is it. You're witnessing the end of this thing, man. Ladies and gentlemen. This is it, man. We at the end of the world. Esau said that Esau would be the end of the world, and Jacob would be the beginning of it that followed. This prophecy is playing out.
But the fact that we know for 100% fact that Esau is through, because what was his main power to be able to show forth that he was God in the world, man? Was that deception, man? And now that everything is coming out about him, that shows you he don't have power no more, man.
Well, that goes back to what his purpose was pursuant to the book of Revelation, right? After that 1,000-year period, he was to go out and to deceive the nations.
That's it.
So now that his deception is being revealed as nothing but lies, he's losing all power because he's based his whole system on that.
That's heavy. Can you get that? Revelation 20. If you had any more, finish it out. But get that in Revelation 20. Because it said after that deception would go out, it would lead to what? The war of Armageddon with Gog and Magog. You got to get that. Look how that's playing out.
I wanted to make mention, all right, when it comes to telling a lie, all right, they always say that, hey, the longer that you try to keep up the lie, the harder it gets because you can't change. You can't change the story of it. And now we're starting to see hiccups in the story more and more as we continue to get close to the end, which is like I brought out earlier. So all these years, you have vocab and these other Christians talking about Esau's done away with. So now you come out and say that the Palestinians are Amalek. That means Esau's still here.
Yes.
So who is it?
Right. If that were easy, that's heavy. Man, get that out. You got that Revelation 20.
Revelation chapter 20, verse 7.
Yep.
And when 1,000 years are expired,
Yep.
Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Right, so we understand that time being the Renaissance period.
Then I asked, well, how
All
much
right,
is
when
semi
Esau was put back in the power seat, so to speak. Going back to what, the mid-1300s, all the way up to this point now. Go ahead.
Verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations, which are in the four quarters of the earth.
Yep.
Gog and Magog.
Right, and how did he deceive the nations, man? By claiming to be the chosen people through his witchcraft, his sorcery, his media, right? All those different wines and philosophies that he's poured out amongst the world. Iconoclasm.
Hopefully taking that land unto himself.
Exactly.
Knowing damn well it don't belong to him. Prophecy says how the real Israelites will be in that land. It doesn't say anything about a document.
Right.
A big plane ride and buy all these down so-called imposters over there, man. No migration, no. The Lord in Revelation 14 tells you he was going to put us in that land by his power.
That's it.
All right, and when we get in that land, it wasn't going to be any war anymore.
Exactly.
But the moment you got over there, that very night, bombs went off. So what's that show you? You ain't the people.
Exactly. The Balfour Declaration ain't in the precepts.
Yeah, where's that in the scripture?
Go ahead.
Gog and Magog, which is Russia,
Yep.
to gather them together to battle.
Right, so look how this is happening. This is playing out right before our eyes, man. In the end, that great battle is being stirred up by Yahweh Shema Shai between Russia and this beast system, man. Because remember, Russia is not part of the beast, all right? And it tells you that in Revelation 13, that bear basically what is the end, that's going to be the end of this thing, man.
Right.
And Russia just announced that they see Israel as the enemy now.
They do. Because this is also playing into, what's that, Revelation 17 and 16, about how the beast shall hate the Lord.
Yep.
Because now these Amalekites are beginning to alienate themselves, all right, from their allies, man. Because you had Turkey, who's supposed to be their ally. They're not fucking with what they're doing over there in Gaza. And it's like, look, they're going to join sides with Russia.
Yep.
They're talking about that, man.
Yep.
A lot of the discussions at the UN, a lot of the nations are saying, yo, y'all gotta chill.
Yeah.
Right? They gotta pull back. But you having that dude, not a Jew, right? He went on the podium and pretty much said, well, look, America did it when 9/11 happened, you know. So he trying to justify the actions that they're going off based on what Babylon did in the past, you know.
That shows you he saw the devil, man. He's bloodthirsty. Because if that's your MO, then you're killing innocent civilians, all right? That shouldn't be president and what you're doing. But these niggas are just dropping bombs, just however they feel, man. All those women, children, men that ain't got nothing to do with the war, they getting murked for your ambition, man. But that's always been Esau's MO. He doesn't give a damn who gets in his way as long as he gets to shed blood, man.
Yeah, the main objective with this whole Gaza situation is to cleanse the Palestinians out of the land.
Exactly.
It's all about what they call an ethnic cleansing, man. All right, they want to genocide. All right, them Ishmaelites over there, man. They want the whole land to themselves, but it ain't gonna happen like that, man. The scriptures tell you what? Why did the heathen rage, man? You know, everybody's fighting for dominance, global dominance, rulership, right? But the Lord is allowing this to happen to destroy themselves, man.
But that shows you that they're trying to establish a wicked, a kingdom, because just a couple months back, remember they had the whole red heifer sacrifice thing, which is them pretty much offering up a sacrifice for their new kingdom, which is the new world order.
Yeah.
So what they're trying to do essentially is establish a stronghold in that land to justify Isaiah 2 and Malachi 4, like I said earlier.
Back in Wisdom of Solomon 2:16 in the latter, he pronounced at the end of the just to be blessed.
Yeah, he pronounced the end of the just to be blessed, which is what? The kingdom for the true Israelites, man. It also says that in Deuteronomy 33, that Israel shall dwell in safety and dwell alone.
That's right.
All right, so what the hell are you talking about? All these wars going on. How could these people be the chosen people of the Lord when there's clearly war going on all throughout the earth, man? People being murdered by the millions, man.
You got Israelis dying.
You're right.
Israel's supposed to be immortal if you get in the land. So
Right.
what's up with that? Like I said, it's different question marks that stain your so-called legacy.
Right.
But the fact that dude is referencing the scriptures, hey, the word is faithful and true in its entirety, so there's not going to be any gaps or loopholes, as the brother priest Amuan has said, man. All right? Because there's areas in your story that's not adding up.
Yeah. I can read a little bit more in this article. It says, Summit News reports that Netanyahu's comments are an explicit expression of genocidal intent.
That's it.
Max Blumenthal said, hating the Palestinians of Gaza as the biblical Amalekites whose total eradication was commanded by God as punishment for their sins. All right, but you know that's not them.
So they're acknowledging that the scriptures say that Amalek is going to be eradicated by the Most High. So they're acknowledging that. So there's truth to the text. There's truth to the text.
They're trying to pass the buck. It says that not a Jew and the Israeli army are getting all hyped up to go and massacre men, women, and children and erase the memory of them. To the point that they're calling them, they call them animals. They said the animals can no longer live. That's just justification for bloodshed, man. All right, because like I said, that just shows you the devil, man. You have an insane bloodlust, man.
Right now, so they've been the Palestinians the whole time, but now on this time, now in the end, they're the Amalekites now.
All right.
Right. It took this long for them to say that.
Right.
You
If
know?
that's the case, why didn't you act on it when you came into the land?
Yeah.
You should have been watched it.
Why'd you subvertently, little by little, just steal the land from them instead of just moving them all the way out, man? Because you even got the UN that's condemning what they're doing, man.
Yep.
You know? It shows you they're all divided, man.
Exactly.
Isaiah 19.
Yep. Yeah, you go ahead and get it.
Because this, if they're supposed to be, this great kingdom, then why they got wars all throughout there on against their own people.
Yep.
All right, Russia,
Yep.
Turkey, Babylon, Britain. It don't look good for you, Esau.
It's Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians.
Now Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is the modern day Egyptian, man. All right, and the Lord has split a division amongst them, which, if you go throughout their history, it has always been their downfall, infighting. Man. It was like that with the British, the Spaniards, the French, the Romans, the Greeks. Now, all right, American versus Russian. All right, so that's the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Man. Okay?
And they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Right, Edomite on Edomite crime, man, at the highest level. Because here it is, they want to paint Jake as this violent picture, but you dropping bombs on your own people. So what's that saying about you? That you the devil, man.
Verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof.
Right, the spirit of Egypt is failing, man. Nobody trusts the government. Nobody has hope in Biden, the presidency, the Congress, nothing, man.
It's like the one that goes that
People
way.
are scared.
Because there's some line road that
They see what this war is transpiring to.
That article, that picture you sent.
You got it.
This is from News Nation. It was a poll they took. It said FBI director warns of rising terrorism threat to the U.S. It says, how concerned are you that the conflict between Israel and Hamas may lead to terrorist attacks in the U.S.? 77% says they're very or somewhat concerned, and 23% says not at all, or not at all, not too or not at all concerned.
So the majority of these so-called Americans are very deeply concerned about what's getting ready to, with this war that's going on in the Middle East, these wars, what it's about to transpire to, man.
Yeah.
It's ultimately World War III, man.
Because a lot of these troops in the army are seeing that it's a strong possibility that they're about to get shipped out.
Yep.
They're
They
not
already
coming-
are.
Yeah, they're not coming back.
Get all their gear on.
Esau
We're never
throwing
gonna
like
be able to
$1,700 bonus.
Yeah,
right?
something like
that.
Like Airbnb.
You ain't gonna be able to touch that money. You gonna get your son over there and be on the front lines becoming body bags for these devil leaders.
Exactly.
You know?
They already pushed the age requirement to get drafted to like 42 years old.
Yeah, 18 to 40.
18 to 40, right? So it's going to be a lot of people, get drafted.
Men and women of fighting age.
Yep.
But in the counteract that, the concerns are true. Because like Esau's media has said, man, that Hamas has already invaded U.S., man. Right? You had that, one of the leaders for them pretty much said that they're going to continue those attacks. They're going to repeat October 7th. until they're pretty much justified, man. So what Amalek is doing is ultimately going to bring terror to America's shores, man.
At least in the Fox show.
Exactly.
He said that. What's his name? Netanyahu. He said that. He said, look, he actually said it, we're drawing America into this war. Right? Because they own America, man. And they continuously boast in it. They have full control of the system, man. Right? You got it.
Isaiah 19 and verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards.
Yeah, you can read it.
Yeah, their council is pretty much falling apart, man. Because they're trying to, take control of the situation, but it's going to eventually spin out of control for them, man. All right, because like I said, this war that they're going to draw America and the rest of the world into, is going to eventually, backfire on them, and they're going to see they can't hold it together, man.
Yeah, he's not pulling himself out of this one.
Nah, man.
And that's why they're moving with such confidence right now, because they think they have everything under control. They plan these things out hundreds of steps ahead, but they haven't taken into account, that prophecy has them losing at the end.
Exactly. And they know it.
Verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts.
Right. How about Shimon Shai choosing the left hand? Right? The elites of Esau. Hey, because all wars are bankers' wars. Right? This is what they need, man. This is what's going to help usher in martial law, right? The total collapse of this system, and ultimately World War III, man.
Yeah. And another thing to add to that as well is the reason why you start to see a lot of Edomites call out Amalek too, man, because they see that they ain't had no cross in their birthright, man.
Right.
Here it is, they're Edomites as well, but they haven't got to enjoy their kingdom like they should. All right, so you got a lot of them mad because Esau hoarded everything, Amalek hoarded everything to himself, man.
And like we read in that Genesis, all those different names of different houses of Esau, right? But they haven't gotten any portion of that blessing.
It all went to Amalek, man.
Yeah, they didn't get a piece of the pie.
Because if things was cool, you wouldn't see Edomites, talking shit, calling these damn devils out like you see them. They would be enjoying that shit, man. But now they're seeing that their so-called beloved country is no longer for them. It can no longer provide for them like they were brought up to think, man.
Isaiah 19 and 5. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and the flags shall wither.
All right, so we're literally getting ready to see further the breakdown of this society, man. We just talked about that today about the inflation, right? See what I'm saying? The inflation is going to get worse. The struggle is going to get harder, man. They already got these robots replacing humans. There was an article I read yesterday. They built like a few thousand robots that's getting ready to replace all human work. Right?
You had the dude from WEF pretty much say that they want to get it to where AI or robots pretty much replace all, human jobs. They're going to so-called create new jobs for humans to do that robots aren't going to do.
Yeah. Man, this shit about to get tight for you people out here, man. So all of us really, but hey, this is concerning the wicked, man. Right? Any more?
The fishers shall also mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brook shall lament.
Yep.
And they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish.
Yeah, it's going to be another famine in spiritual Egypt. This is spiritual Egypt, America. Right? America's at war, man, whether you want to realize it or not. All right? This thing is about, eventually, as the brother just posted, between now and January 1st, they're talking about the economy going out. Banks crashing out. So let's see what happens. Right? They need a distraction. They need to distract people's focus away from what's going on over there in Israel and the Middle East right now, man.
I was going to say that was the spirit. We was talking about that in the car. Because with all these different situations taking place, it's distracting you from realizing that they're setting up the MOTB as we speak.
Absolutely.
And that's why, we're not too concerned with that whole situation over there. Right. Because that's just a cover, really, to get your minds off of that. Because like you just said, when that reset happens, okay, and that MOTB is set in place, then you're going to see World War III really get serious, man. And that's what's going to be the end of Esau, man.
Exactly.
But right now, we're just seeing that flame getting stoked, but it hasn't really lit yet, man.
Exactly. That C-hip has to be firmly established first before the missiles drop. You see what I'm saying? So that has to come sometime within this mix-up right now, man. You know? It just makes sense according to prophecy.
Yeah. Isaiah 19:9. Moreover, they that work in fine flax and they that weave networks shall be confounded.
Yeah.
And they shall be broken in the purpose thereof.
And we see that now, the lack of work. People are broke as fuck, barely making it, struggling, man. You know, people are giving up the hope of even working. They're like, yo, what's the purpose of even working? You know, I can't even support myself, make my bills and rent. It's like, why do I need to fucking go to work? A 9 to 5 is pointless to a lot of people right now, man.
2-3 jobs and a side gig.
Moreover, they that work in fine flax and they that weave networks shall be confounded, and they shall be broken in the purposes thereof.
Man.
All that make sluices and ponds for fish.
Yep.
Surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh has become brutish.
Yeah, the counselors of Pharaoh are stupid, man. All right? You see what's going on in this presidency now. That's why everybody is like, look, we got to get this nigga out of office, man. But there's a high possibility that may not happen. You know, based off the rumors, they're talking about the cancellation of the 2024 elections, which we hope that happens, man. That's a perfect way to like we said, to distract people's minds from the upcoming war that's going on, man. And that's really gonna cause chaos and destruction in the streets of America, man. People gonna lose their damn minds. They chalk this election, man. You know? Right, for real.
They want. They saw Biden messed everything up with the spirit that was meant to happen. So the whole bringing Trump back, having his little rumored president run, and he's being propped up like he's the Messiah for America, man.
Right.
All right. So if they crash this election, they cancel this election, these people are gonna lose it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be epic.
How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am son of the wise, the son of ancient kings? Where are they? Where are thy wise men?
Yep.
And let them tell thee now, and let them know what the Lord of hosts hath proposed upon Egypt.
Man, basically like Isaiah 47 said, let your stargazers and astrologers, your wise men, your prognosticators save you from the wrath that he's about to bring. All right, because America ain't got the answers. Your president, your people in positions of power, your mayor, your congressmen, they ain't got the answers, man. Nope. They all bought and paid for, man. The agenda is what? To destroy this current infrastructure and bring in the new.
That's right.
You know?
The princes of Zoan are become fools, and the princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof.
Yeah, everybody in America is drunk as hell, man. Drunk off the wines of philosophy, degeneracy, right? While all of this stuff is going on, man, people are worried about all the wrong things, right? Man. Bread and circus, the folly, you know?
You know it's stupid, because even amongst all that shit, it's lifeless, yet it's still captivating the mind. Us having that spiritual eye, we can see it. There's no soul left in any of this shit.
The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
Yeah, these people are finished out here, man. Go ahead.
Neither shall there be any work for Egypt.
See that? It's basically summing up what we just read in those past, 10 verses? There ain't gonna be there's no work for this place, man. There's no hope. The confidence, the spirit of the land is gone. Right? Go ahead.
Which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
Hey, nobody is gonna have work, man. Everybody's in financial straits. right? We read the article a few weeks ago about even millionaires are starting to feel the pressure, man. You know? Because they know that, look, they're not going to be able to keep up that lifestyle, man. Right? Go ahead, Al.
In that day shall Egypt be like unto women,
Yep.
and it shall be afraid and fear of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts.
Right, and that's spiritual. Egypt is going to be like women, man. Weak. Right? Vulnerable. Okay? Defenseless, basically. And we see that now, man. These, what they call it, millennials or whatever. Gen Zers. Right? They're genuinely scared about the war. They're like, look, we're not getting drafted. We see the videos on the internet, man. All of these moles, these effeminate ass dudes. They like, look, we ain't going to the war.
And the motherfuckers that's in the military, they threw as hell.
Yep.
All these gay little videos and dances they doing and shit, man. The mentality of any of these Americans is not ready for any type of conflict.
Yep.
Right?
More specifically, the tribes. That's why we echo the sentiments of you detaching yourself from this society. Because so long as you're tied to Babylon, you're going to do what they say, just like you always do. So when Esau say it's time for your ass to go to war, best believe your ass going to put them boots on. I got a quick precept if I may. This is Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Jeremiah 51 and 6. The water. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul.
Yep.
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Right, so this is your chance to repent, to turn back to Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, get your house in order, so you don't be consumed in the wrath and destruction.
Right.
The time is now, Jake.
Right. Because if you don't, it's saying that you're going to be found in league with her.
Yep.
Right, as the scriptures do tell us, right? Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished.
Yep.
So if you want to stay on Babylon, all right, and lean upon that broken staff, and it's going to pierce you, man.
Yeah. Esau shows you that in his common law. They call it guilty by association.
Yep.
So if you Jakes don't want to come out of the mindset of America, you're going to be destroyed alongside of America.
Right. For this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance.
Yeah, this is the time of Yahweh Shem Shai's vengeance. You don't see that? All right, the Lord about to fuck this place up, man. People are about to be judged in the most horrendous manner. All right, but people don't believe it. And Jake is, and our people are the type of people that gotta actually see it to finally believe it, man. Right. You know, they gotta get their ass whooped to finally come to the understanding, like, hey, they were right. You know.
And Apostle Gabar always says, "What words can't teach, adversity will."
Straight up.
That's what's going to happen. This is why we're telling Jake, come out of the ways now, man. As it said, flee out of the midst of Babylon. When you look up that word flee, it goes into H5127. It says to abate. All right, to flee, to abate, to escape. When you look up abate, it says to put it into.
Yep.
All right, and what things that you're putting it into, all right, is this wicked way of living that you have adopted here in Babylon. It's time to come back, like the brother said earlier, and put on thy righteous, thy beautiful garments, man.
Yeah.
All right, we're not Babylonians, we're not Americans, we're Israelites, man.
That's right.
All right, who were raised up in a wicked custom. So now, knowing the truth, we're supposed to turn back and put away all this wickedness.
Exactly, man. When Jake is in a position of straits, a position of difficulty, when he's facing death, that's when our people want to be the most spiritual. But when these things happen, it's too late for that. The Lord said, "You're gonna try to call upon me, but I ain't gonna." Man, get that. Proverbs, the first chapter. Proverbs 1 in let's see, like verse 20, 28, 27, something like that. 'Cause that's how Jake is, man. Jake think that our people think that time on your side. That's not the case, man. All right.
This is Proverbs chapter 1. Let me start at verse 24.
Got it.
23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make my words known unto you, because I have called and you have refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
And that's what the Lord is doing, but through His men. He said, "I shall pour out my words unto you," and that's happening through His prophets, man. Right? The mouthpiece of the Lord.
Then you got these stupid niggas, all right, making light of what we're doing. You see, you still got Jake making parody videos, but they haven't learned that yet.
Right.
All right, you got Jake making videos talking about, you know, what the hell are we doing? We're wasting our time.
Right.
You know, we're just looking stupid and whatnot.
Right.
And then you got actual Israelites that know they're Israelites out here still going off.
Yeah.
All right? Putting themselves in situations that they don't belong in, or inciting more bullshit to bring ministry, blame on the ministry.
Like we talked about last night, there's a lot of Israelites that want to establish their own way. They want to establish their own righteousness, which is going to lead them to destruction.
Carnality is the last thing you want to do or be in these times now, man.
Yep.
Carnality is going to get a lot of you niggas killed, man.
Yep.
Verse 26, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock, sorry, verse 25, but you have said that not all my counsel and with none of my
Jake didn't want to have nothing to do with the scriptures. They don't want to do what the scriptures say, right? They want to go about another way. Go ahead.
And that's you just winging your life.
I'll be easy, brother.
You're literally winging the entirety of your entire existence. Just trying to map shit out when it's a whole proven way for you to live, and in that steed, you get a better life. It's profitable for you.
Verse 26, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear comes.
Yeah, and the Lord's going to do that through his prophets, man. We're going to laugh. We're going to laugh at you niggas, man, because we told you through the Spirit. It wasn't like you wasn't warned. Right? So when shit start happening, it's like, hey, the Lord said, Jeremiah 11, pray not for this people, man. Go ahead.
When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
Yeah, when you're consumed in the wrath of the Lord, that's when you're going to want to be spiritual and try to seek out the Lord. The Lord said you're going to call upon him, and he ain't going to answer you. Because a lot of you Jakes, you know the name of Yahweh Shema Shah. A lot of you Jakes know you Israelites, but you still in the world living like a heathen, man. So when it go down, you're going to try to turn around and act like you was always down. And the Lord ain't going to hear your ass. Because Jake, hey, that's what Jake do. Jake love to fake the funk, man. Jake is a great fronter, man.
It's Jeremiah 14 and verse 11. Then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people for their good.
Yep.
When they fast, I will not hear their cry. And when they offer burnt offering and oblation, I will not accept them.
Damn.
But I will consume them by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence. So, as the elder was saying, man, you know, Jake gets into the spiritual mode, you know, once all hell breaks loose, man. But like I said, the Lord's not going to hear your fasting, man. He's not going to hear your cries, right? All your sacrifices, the time to put that sacrifice up is now, man. Exactly. So once you've forgone that opportunity, then he said, you know, forget this people, man. You know, don't cry for them, don't pray for them.
Right. Back up. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21.
Class already over. You still trying to turn your homework.
You already failed. You already failed the exam. Passed the class. But you still trying to ask the professor for extra credit. It's over already. It's semester through.
Right. God damn.
Matthew 7 and 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
That's just like what the elder was just saying, man. A lot of you niggas know the name of the Lord.
Yep.
You know what the will of the Lord is.
That's right.
Yeah, you're still being self-willed, man. You're still moving in carnality, man. All right. So when that time comes and you find yourself in the belly of the Lord's anger, that's when you're going to want to call on the Lord. The Lord says He's not going to hear you.
And the elder was lesson on that last night, right? How that self-will spirit is going to lead to a lot of Israelites' destruction. You know.
Scripture tell you in Romans 8, man, a carnal mind is enmity with the Most High. You don't want to find yourself on the bad side of the Lord, man. There's countless scriptures that go into different judgments, from big to small. You know, the Lord often, nigga, all right, you know, he was supposed to bring up seed for, you know, his brother. He poured out, the Lord killed him. All right, the Lord killed, was Aaron's 2 sons for offering up a wrong sin. So how much more for a heavy rebellion, man? Because rebellion, when you go into it, according to the scriptures, is as the sin of witchcraft. And what is the sentence for a witch, man? She's to be put to death. He's supposed to be put to death, man. All right? So you niggas are committing witchcraft whether you know it or not, man.
But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
Yeah, you're going to have Jake out here, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. And we have examples. Like the one couple that was in the car, getting jacked up by the police, she over there trying to call on the Lord, and they was, jacking her ass up. That's gonna be even worse than that. But that's what happened to you niggas in that day, man. You know? Go ahead.
And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works.
Right. You got guys that used to be in the ministry that put their garment up, all right, stop teaching, all right. But when they saw everything starting to get bad, that's when they wanted to well, I always believe Lord, I believe no, the Lord's not hearing that at that time, man. All right.
Verse 23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
Lord, man, think about how scary that sounds, man. You getting judged, all right, to the point of dying. You try to call the Lord tell you I don't know. That's scary, man. That's one of the last things you ever want to hear, man.
Okay, they're gonna say, well, we was out there doing the work, we was pushing the truth, but the Lord don't know them because you weren't going about it in the right way. You weren't building correctly.
You weren't setting up the right sacrifice.
Exactly.
All right, you were acting just like how Cain did. All right, Cain knew what the deal was, man. He was self-willed and wanted to sacrifice fruit, knowing the Lord required a living sacrifice. All right, and that's why he was rejected, man. And you 2/3 along with the rest of the heathen, you're going to be rejected. There's no mercy coming for you niggas in this time, man.
Continuing on. Verse 23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Damn. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. And that's what the Lord going to tell a lot of you niggas that know you Israelites. Like we said, man, 2/3 is going to consist majority of niggas with fringes.
Majority women.
Yep, majority women too. Right? Because, hey, the Lord laid the foundation. He gave you the correct leaders. All right? He gave you the blueprint, so to speak. He gave you the correct doctrine. Jake wanted to do his own thing. Jake saw it fit on, I'm going to do it how my way. See what I'm saying? Your way ain't the way.
Bro, you can see the picture that's being painted, man. All these niggas is bugging out now, man.
Bugging out.
And they're trying to find a way to break millstone into this too, man. But look, we ain't got nothing to do with none of this shit, man. We just come out here to strictly teach the elect. That's it. All right?
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, we know this kingdom's done. Esau's done. 2/3 are done. So all we gotta do is just, continue to do what we do best and just teach, man.
That's it. That's it. Great Millstone ain't out here marching. They ain't out here with the gimmicks, the theatrics. We ain't out here rapping and singing songs and shit. We just simply bringing out these scriptures, man, live and direct. All right? There's no need for any of that, man. Right? Go ahead.
Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Yep.
Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment.
Yeah, and it was heavy too. Like the whole situation with the Chicago that's supposed to go down this weekend, man. You're gonna have a lot of simple ass Jakes go up to Chicago and possibly get hurt. Maybe get killed, who knows? Right? Because basically the guy Chief Ephraim, he just set up a trap for a lot of you niggas, man. You better believe Esau gonna be in the midst, waiting for something to happen. Probably got some shit set up. So who's to say, hey, the way you moving, the way that Jake is moving, man, that's some agent shit, man.
All of these niggas.
Right?
Sorry,
All of them, man. A lot of these niggas juiced in, but these dumbass Jakes, they don't see that, man. And then you want to use scriptures to try to justify your actions are going off. Right? Exodus what? Like Jake said on my channel, Exodus 15 and 3? The Lord is a man of war.
Yeah, right.
Try to use that scripture to justify the shit that went down to Chicago. You going way off, man. All right? The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. Right? Wisdom is better than weapons of war, as the scriptures say, man. Psalms 44, get that. Oh, you got something? Go ahead, Al.
It's Sirach chapter 26 and verse 5. There be three things that mine heart, there be three things that mine heart feareth, and for the fourth I was sore afraid. An unruly multitude, the slander of a city, the gathering of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All these are worse than death. So as we're seeing, man, we're about to witness the gathering of a supremely unruly group of individuals, man. Right? So we're watching these things, and we hate to see it, but we understand this must take place, man, because that's the only way they're going to be able to bring an accusation against us, man.
Yeah,
Because we're not going to take things into our own hands, man.
Right.
But they want to use these agent provocateurs, in order to give Esau a reason to roll, man.
Yeah, that pull-up boys, that's some worldly nigga shit, man. Pull-up game, pull-up boys.
That's some gangbanging.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga shit, bro.
You know?
You're supposed to be balled past that, man.
Exactly. Paul said that when I was a child, I spake as a child, then I put away childish things. Roughly paraphrasing, that's all of the world, man. And you got niggas you got a lot of jakes that know they're Israelites, but never really put off the old man. They brought that old nigga shit into the ministry. Apostle Gabar just did a video on that, man. You brought the hood into the truth. Right? You making the ministry look crazy as hell, but that's your position, that's your lot. You know?
Jeremiah 48:10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully,
Exactly.
and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from
A
blood.
lot of jakes is in this thing doing the work deceitfully, man, because it all goes back to their own intentions. Right? A lot of jakes, matter of fact, get that in John the 10th chapter. Jake is all about self-gain, self-promotion. You know, it ain't really about the sincerity of the truth, exalting the name of Yahweh Shai, all right? Making sure that you represent the ministry in the right way, all right? Taking care of the sheep. It ain't about none of that with these guys, right?
John chapter 10 and verse 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold,
That's right.
but climbeth up some other way.
And that's these cats that you see in these different groups, right? They go about this truth in a different manner, man. They ain't sticking to sound doctrine. They trimming the gospel. They coming with all these bullshit theatrics and gimmicks, right? They trying to go about it in another fashion, right? Go ahead.
But climbeth up some other way.
Right, you niggas is climbing up another way, man. Go ahead.
The same is a thief and a robber.
All you niggas out there, man, that's going about this thing in the wrong fashion. You liken it to thieves and robbers, man. And thieves and robbers get shot. Right? They get destroyed, man. Right? Go ahead.
But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep.
Right. He that entereth by the door is the shepherd of the sheep going into Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice. And he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out.
Yep.
And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice.
Right, yeah, the true sheep know the voice of Yahweh Shai, which is through the 100% doctrine that's coming from the apostles and elders and bishops out of Great Millstone. All right? The sheep know the truth. Go ahead.
And a stranger will they not follow.
Right, so a stranger they will not follow. So basically, again, the sheep know the right way. They know where the right path is, man. A stranger they not going to follow, man. Go ahead.
But will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers.
Right, that's why we're telling you jakes out there to flee from these guys. Mark them, which cause divisions and offenses according to the doctrine which you have learned, and avoid them. Right? Stranger danger.
And when you go into that word voice, it goes into musical instruments. You know, we're out here liking unto those instruments, all right? You know, in the marketplace, right? Piping, making a song, all right? Singing that song, man. All right? So the elect would do what? They would hear that song, they would dance, they would get they would jive to it. You know, their spirit would align to it.
Also, too, the other part of that parable was that we're mourning, we're lamenting for our people, and we're not mourning. Like I said, you got people out here that downplay the significance of going to trouble, right? That is trying to take, the eye of Esau, like he ain't about to come down with great wrath.
Right.
All these different things, they're not taking this thing serious like they're supposed to. Because of what we're saying with Esau is going to use these situations to paint that narrative that they've been trying to paint all these years, man. All right? So it's no coincidence that you got Israelite groups fighting these damn so-called Palestinians, which a lot of those Palestinians are agents, man.
They controlled opposition on both sides.
Agent provocateurs.
The Palestinians and the other Israelite groups.
Exactly. Because like we were going into earlier, Esau is losing control of the narrative on who is the true people in the Bible, man. So he needs these niggas to pretty much, help him set the narrative up the same way how when you go back into the persecution of Yahweh Shai, they had to have false narratives painted around him to bring him to trial, man. That's what's going to happen with us. Keep it down,
This is the book of Acts. Acts chapter 17 and verse 4. And some of them believed and consorted with Paul and Silas. And of the few devout Greeks a great multitude, and of the chief women not a few.
Right. You have brothers and sisters being woken up by this message, man. Which is why you heard that Palestinian or Israeli woman, a councilwoman, saying that the main threat that they have is the black youth, man. Because brothers and sisters are waking up, man.
Verse 5. But the Jews which believed not, moved with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, and gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people.
All right, so these are these self-willed niggas that truly didn't believe in the gospel and trying to take matters into their own hands. Really, the zealots, man. You know? And that was used to bring blame on the ministry, man. You know?
Verse 6. And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, These that have turned the world upside down are come hither also.
Right, so they had these unruly niggas exchanging the event that they can go back and blame on Paul and Silas just the same way they're going to do with great girl stuff, man. All right, because one thing that, these niggas don't understand is when they do this dumb shit, they're not going to put the name of your group. They label all of us so-called BHIs, man, Black Hebrew Israelites, man. Extremists, whatever title they have, man. Yeah, so we're all going to be put under the same label. So at the end of the day, what you're doing is ultimately putting a target on all of us. But through the Spirit of the Lord, we're not concerned because, like I said, we haven't done anything wrong. So the Lord's going to vindicate us, though, man. Yeah, but it's, like I said, scriptures say that we turn the world upside down, man, because this truth is pretty much toppling Esau and his empire, man. Because the weapons that we're fighting with, we're not calling brothers to come to. And when we have these, gatherings, super camps and whatnot, we're not coming out here to physically go to war with Esau. We come out here to teach the word, man. Because our weapons of our warfare are spiritual, not carnal, according to 2 Chronicles 10. And therefore, the biggest way that we can hurt Esau is to continue to teach, man. All right? Hurt Esau through fucking weapons, that's bullshit. That's not really hurting, man.
Right. And it says mighty through the pulling down of strongholds. Because you had Apostle Bard and Apostle Elder Sakarar. They were discussing yesterday in the live. The Apostle Bard made a point about when we come out and we speak the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, that's literally serving as like a chick in Esau's his kingdom, man. So just being able to magnify the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is enough.
Vibration. That righteous vibration going out and shaking up that wicked cloud that has shrouded the whole world, man. Which is why, like I quoted earlier, we're shaking up the whole world just by teaching.
Right.
All right. Esau wasn't concerned with niggas forming groups and going at him carnally because they can quell that easy, man.
Right.
But this, they can't stop, man.
But that's literally what it goes back to, the importance of understanding the will of the Lord.
Exactly.
All right, and abiding by the will of the Lord. Because if you just stick to the script, everything gonna work itself out. It's when you try to be self-willed that all of the drama ensues, and you find yourself in dire straits.
Jake ain't gonna make it, man.
Right. Niggas doing too much. Here it is. The Lord gave you the game plan, an entirely detailed script on what will happen in the last days, certain attributes and characteristics that you should embody, so that you may be preserved in the last days and delivered from the perils. And He gave you the attributes of the wicked, so that you would have the understanding of what not to do. But again, Jake, being self-willed, they gonna do what they want.
Yeah, the scripture clearly tell you, like Yahweh Shai said, if this was my kingdom, then my servants would fight. Clearly, this isn't the Lord's kingdom. The Lord isn't even upheld in His kingdom. This is Satan's kingdom, man. So we're not taking out no weapon against this devil. All right, the Lord's gonna do that, man. So our job is this. This is Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations.
And the Lord is doing that now.
Exactly.
Look how heavy that is, man. The Lord said, my determination is to gather the nations. And what are the nations doing? They're being gathered right now in the Middle East.
That's it.
This is literally happening. Troops are being sent by the thousands out of America, out of Russia, out of Iran, Israel, everywhere, man, for that great and final battle in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat.
The world operates off the vibration of the prophets. We have spoken these things into existence through the Lord's words, man. And as I said, Isaiah 55 with the 11, the Lord's words not going to go out void.
Right.
So continuing on, it says that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Yeah, that's going to happen in what? World War III, man, and when the angels come. All right, the heavenly hosts. Yahweh Shah is coming to set the world on fire, literally. Get that in Isaiah 66 and 15, and then get Romans 12 and 19. Get Romans 12, 19 first, and you get that Isaiah 66 and 15.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, and I will repay, saith the Lord.
Right. The Lord said, vengeance is mine. He going to repay. We ain't got no business trying to avenge ourselves. When you in that spirit, you going off, man.
Right.
Talking about we going to pull up, we going to do this, we want to smoke. Right. That you ain't in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, clearly, man. Vengeance is in the Lord. He will repay, man.
Right.
All we got to do is continue to do what? To fight with this spiritual sword and let the Lord do the rest.
I can read this in the NLT. It says, dear friends, never take revenge. Leave that to the righteous anger of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. For the scriptures say, I will take revenge. I will pay them back, saith the Lord.
Yeah, see?
That's what the script say. That's what the script say. Ain't nothing more to it, but Jake is trying to go about this their own way.
Right.
And there's always examples in the scriptures of those that do that.
Yeah, Jake trying to make a name for himself, man.
I got that.
Jake want to make a name for himself. Jake want to put himself in the seat of Yahweh Shai. Hey, that's the biggest thing amongst Israel. All you niggas out there that's going off, you really want the glory, man. You want the glory, that vain glory, man. Right? Instead of allowing Yahweh Shai to get the glory, you want the glory, man. Right. And that's why the Lord got to take you niggas out the way, man.
Yeah, man. Examples have been set.
It's crazy, yo.
Yeah. This is Acts 5 and 33.
Because I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You said niggas is doing too much. It's you gotta see the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai as the director, man.
Right.
The Heavenly Father is directing everything, and these niggas are coming in doing their own thing. Right? When you go into the word scripture, it goes into written characters and the etymology. So the fact that there's characters that are already written out in the scriptures, by you doing the exact same thing that they do, you standing in the lot of those that defy the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and it always plays out the exact same way.
What's it say in 2nd Ezra 9? It said the majority of the people were born in vain. They were born just to play their part and be destroyed, man. You know? But this is Acts 5 and 34. Then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, had a reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space, and said unto them, Ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Thaddeus, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught.
Yeah, so you had this Jake that tried to beat a man, that tried to gain it, that tried to form his own reputation. He had simple Jakes that followed him, and they all got put to death.
Yep. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed.
Yeah, so the Lord about to do the same exact example with these guys that are running rogue out here, man. Like, look, follow me. Let's do this. We're going to do it this way. Right? Look, a prime example. What was the guy that ran for president? Grandmaster Mason Drake. Yeah, Master Flash, Master Splinter. He was talking all that shit. The NFA, the NFAC, we need to get the guns, this and that. All that shit backfired. He got his ass locked up.
Look at Kofi. This nigga was calling himself the self-proclaimed comforter, And when he died, what happened to his church?
Scattered.
You don't see them niggas no more. You know, so this is the same thing that's always been the case, man. All right, that scripture tells you that. Smite the shepherd and the sheep shall scatter. And a lot of you Israelite groups are going to see when the Lord come and visit your leaders, all right, you're going to be found to show that you followed the wrong ones. And then what? Then it's going to still be jumping upon you because you still, with all this information that's coming out to show you how your leaders are going off, you still chose to side with them, therefore you're going to be destroyed alongside them, man. You know? Finishing out. It says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men.
That's right.
And let them alone. For if this counsel or work be of men, it will come to naught.
Yep.
But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against the Most High.
Yeah, all this rebellion, all of this self-will activity going on amongst these different groups. Hey, that's all of men. The Spirit of the Lord ain't with that shit. And the Lord's going to show you that his Spirit ain't with that shit. You know, when these guys get locked up or get put to death or get injured, right, for trying to be something that you ain't, right? The Lord told you not to exalt yourself, or He was going to cast you down. In the matter of fact, get that in is that Sirach, the 1st chapter, right? Yeah, get that. What you got?
It's First Maccabees chapter 6, and I'll start at verse 43. It reads, Eleazar, also surnamed Savarad, perceived that one of the beasts armed with royal harnesses was higher than all the rest, and supposing that the king was upon him, he put himself in jeopardy to end the might. He put himself in jeopardy to the end that he might deliver his people and get him a perpetual name.
Yeah, see, he wanted to get a name. He wanted to be the God.
He wanted to have a story, sung about him, man. Here it is. You seen all these war elephants with back then. All right, that was a great feat to fight against, man. You know. Go ahead.
Wherefore he ran upon him courageously through the midst of the battle, slaying on the right hand and on the left, so that they were divided from him on both sides.
Jake wanted to be the hero. You know, he had that hero complex about him. Go ahead.
Which done, he crept under the elephant and thrust him under and slew him, whereupon the elephant fell down upon him, and there he died.
Right. You can imagine that, you know. Jake probably ran in there all heroic like, Rambo shit, slicing niggas up, they got under the elephant and stabbed it, and the elephant fell on him and killed him, man. So all that was done in vain, man. You know, because it wasn't meant for you to try to make a name of yourself, man. All right, the battle was fought and won in the name of the Lord, not yourself, man. So,
it's Sirach chapter 1 and verse 30. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall.
Yeah, exalt not thyself, lest thee fall, man. Go ahead.
Sirach 1 and 29. Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest.
And that's the season that we're in. It's imperative to be mindful of the speech that we're using, man. Because a lot of the situations that Jake is going to find themselves in is going to be attributed to the things that they say. Okay? Their speech is going to also echo in their conduct, man. And this is going to be a ploy that Esau is going to use to pretty much bottleneck everybody into persecution.
Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul.
Yep.
And so the Most High discovered thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation.
Yep. The Lord will cast you down, He's going to expose you. Ultimately, He's going to get rid of you.
You're going to have a shameful death too, man. You know? That's normally what happens to niggas that go that route, man. The Lord, He doesn't just kill them. He kills them in a shameful way.
Yeah.
Perfect example, Saul. All right, when Saul went out shamefully, man, to the point where he begged the Amalekite to kill him. And he eventually went out by his own sword, man. But that's a shameful death. And Saul had a good come-up story, man. And look how that ended, man.
All he had to do was listen. He didn't listen.
Aliens and sin of witchcraft, man. And look, and think about it like this. We know it was supposed to be written like this, but if he would have just listened, there wouldn't be no Amalekites.
That is the root cause of our people's downfall. Disobedience. The fruit of this world, it goes back to the root of disobedience, man.
I got that word rebellion in the Edom Online. It says a war raged against the government by some portion of its subjects.
And what government is being established now, man? The government of Yahweh Shem Shah.
Right.
Like I said earlier, you're rebelling really against the Most High.
Right.
You come up against His prophets, and you coming up against the words of the Lord. You're really coming against the Lord, man.
That's right, man.
Finishing out this Sirach 1 and 30. And cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but by thy heart. Because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit.
Yeah, see, your heart is full of deceit. A lot of you guys is full of shit, man.
Yep.
Right? You got evil intentions, man. Right? And it's all going to be exposed. The Lord going to reveal all you cats in due time anyway. You see what I'm saying? Because, hey, it's the main point that we stressing is it's time to get in order, Jake. Right? Fuck all your this self-will. You want to do what you want to do, man. Lord about to put an end to all of that shit, man.
That's supposed to die with the old man. That's the fashions of this world, okay, which is going to pass away.
Yeah.
That self-will spirit is going to get this world eradicated, man.
If you were smart, if you really read the scriptures, you will understand the scripture tell you that obedience is better than sacrifice, man. So if you just listen, there wouldn't be any need for sacrifice for this thing, man. You know? That's why you Jakes, man, hey, it's time, now more than ever, it's time to get right, bro. We can see this shit at the door.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Yeah, the Lord is getting ready to come back, and it's gonna be a great and terrible day, man. All right, what the world has never experienced, man. The return of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, man. King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Right? Go ahead.
To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Right, the Lord is literally coming to set the world on fire, man. All right, remember also those ICBM nuclear missiles is likened unto the Lord's camp, pursuing the Joel the 2nd chapter. All right, those warheads are part of the Lord's military, which he's in full control of the missiles. I did a lesson on that, man. That this is all ordained of the Lord. This is all of the Lord's show, right? Because it's a book, and then there's testimonies from these Russian and American military officials talking about how the angels, the chariots, control the nuclear weapon systems, right? And they had an incident back in the 80s or something like that, where it was two incidents. Yeah, and
one in America, one in Russia.
Exactly, and the chariots set off the nuclear missiles, man, to the point where it could have been World War III back then. See what I'm saying? But the Lord is just toying with them, just to show you that everything is on the Lord's time, man.
And then also too, after they activated them, they let it go all the way to that point to where they thought they was gonna go off, and then they deactivated it. Pretty much, that was the Lord flexing on them. It was like, this is your best weapons. If we can control and manipulate your own weapon, then what's that really gonna do against us?
Exactly.
You know, so that's showing you that the Lord is in control still, man. So once again, Lord willing us of the hopeful elect, we don't have anything to worry about.
That's right, brother.
This devil can only do what the Lord allows him to do. Man.
Right.
You know, it's written for him to rule, man.
Continuing on, verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh plead with all flesh,
Yep.
and the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall be many. It's going to be death by the millions, billions, man. That's what's coming on the earth. People don't want to believe that, right? This is what World War III is about, man. Okay? Remember, the elites had the Georgia Guidestones reducing the population from 7 billion to 500 million. Really, that's all the will of the Lord. That's the left hand of Yahweh Shema Shai to reduce the world population, man, to bring the judgment.
It's called a great culture.
Yep.
Lord is calling the world of the what they call useless evils, man.
Yep.
Because like we said earlier, man, and second Ezra is not a lot of you people. You're just how they call you. You're useless ears, man. You're just here to be here, man. You don't contribute nothing to the world. All right, you're a waste of space, honestly. You know, just call it what it is. All right, because talking about you Israelites, you 2/3. If you're not doing the duty of the Lord, then you're useless. Like it says in Matthew 5 and 13, man. All right, if you lost your Savior, all right, you're good for nothing but to be trodden underfoot. Israelite without the spirit is pointless.
So I did not.
It doesn't have its purpose. What is the purpose? To fear Yahweh God Shemel Shai and keep his commandments.
Yeah, so they tell you a person without purpose, they call him what? A wanderer, pretty much. Right? Like Esau. You're useless like Esau is useless, man. Esau don't contribute to the world, man.
He just destroys shit. But that's the son of perdition, though. He just destroys. Don't build shit.
The Israelites, man, hey, it's time to get in shape.
Right. Because if you don't, you're going to be right along, hand in hand with the nigga that's about to get his judgment.
Exactly.
Here it is. You got the opportunity of repentance afforded unto you. It's bullshit.
Right, Jay?
That's it.
So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. We want to give all honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us the truth and that rule well, and peace and citation to the elect. Until next time, we say shalom.
Hey,
Shalom.
Wow.